Hi, my name is Zach, and I have one quick question for you. Do you ever find a game that looks really interesting, but the genre doesn't quite line up with games you usually play, and then you play it on a whim and get immediately hooked? That game for me was Wildermyth. Wildermyth was a game that was on my radar when it first released in early access in 2019, but I didn't get it immediately because early access games are kind of a mixed bag when it comes to quality. It wasn't until late 2020 when I picked it up and instantly fell in love. Wildermyth has a lot to offer. It has several campaigns that follow specific narratives, all with varying lengths, random events that can happen to your characters, either offering insight into them, like interpersonal relationships or trials they might face as an individual or as the group, or giving them a new power which occasionally alters their form, and a couple of other things, like getting a pet or falling in love. While a lot of control over the story of your characters is up to you, you will eventually find that maybe two members of your party have started a rivalry, or maybe two of the other ones have fallen in love. And that's kinda it for story stuff, but I'm super dumbing it down. Now, on to the gameplay. Gameplay features making choices, a world map you need to explore and cleanse of the threats plaguing the world, and real-time strategy style combat. Combat here is pretty simple, but before I talk about that, can I mention the art in this game? It's incredible! It's so good! It's so good! It's so simple, but beautiful and stylized and just incredible in every sense of the word. It's and you got the 2D art of the characters and the enemies on the 3D plane that's like the vehicle for combat. Oh, it's so cool. Like the way that the game board plays when you play it, and it looks so nice. Alright, let's go back on track. Anyway, combat is turn-based. You can move your characters on the board as a movement action, and attack as part of the same turn, as long as you stay within the green space. Alternatively, you can move out of the green space, and that eats up your combat. So you can make like a more strategic move by moving a little bit further than you normally could, but sacrificing your attack in the process. There are 3 classes in the game, and they are the traditional fantasy archetypes. You've got the warrior, the mage, and the archer, and they all kind of do basically what they've done since time immemorial. You got warriors, which use swords and melee combat, mages, which can use magic and all kinds of other stuff, and archers, which are ranged. And after you gain enough experience through combat, you will level up, which gives you a randomly selected bunch of predetermined skills, all of which can change the way you use your characters. So you may or may not want to pick up some skills depending on what kind of build you want to go for in the future. Also, after combat, you'll get some like rewards like crafting materials and a piece of gear that you can give to one of your party members. There's so much in this game, man. There's so much in this game. And I would never be able to tell you everything about it. So I think you should just play it. Just play Wildermyth. Just play this game. Just play it. Also, there's multiplayer. You can play this game with friends. Do it. It's so fun. I love this game. Thank you so much for watching that video. If you really liked that video and want to stick around, please consider subscribing. And also, I've got some more stuff coming in the future, so stay tuned for more. I'll see you next time.